Hello everyone and welcome to another game I played on Ptcgo. For this match I'm actually going to be using a Darkrai Drifblim deck. I've used it in the past, but now with the introduction of the new Drifblim of Plasma Blast, I'm actually using that Drifblim along with the Shadow Steel one from Dragons Exalted. So it looks like my opponent's playing a Flareon variant with Garbodor, so I'll explain what that means a little later, but I have a really terrible start with two Drifloons. Not really anything I can do there. So my opponent's going to start off with Audino. So he's actually playing a deck from Worlds, one that Dylan Bryan used that focuses on Terrakion, Landorus, Flareon, and as attackers, and then uses Audino, Garbodor, and Mr.Mime as supporters. So we're going to see him Ultra Ball for a Landorus, catch up one of my Drifblims, attach a Floatstone on Audino, and retreat. He's going to put down a Drifblim of himself and hit me for 30. So I have 30 on two different Pokemon. Fortunately, one of them has 70 HP, so he won't be able to win next turn, hopefully. I'm going to Hypnotoxic Laser his Landorus. And here I'm kind of stuck. I can Colress for 3, but I doubt that will get me anything useful. So I think I'm just going to chance it and pass. Unfortunately, that's my best strategy here. His deck isn't going to run that many Plasma Pokemon to make Drifblim worthwhile. So they're just going to be Sacrificial Lambs in here or Ultra Ball fodder in this deck. So he looks like he's going to attach an energy to Drifblim, and he's going to Land's Judgment for... No, not Land's Judgment. He's going to hit me for 30 and the knockout. Fortunately, I get Drifblim, and I can evolve the active, so sparing myself one more turn. And now I'm forced to play a Colress. I Colress for 2 cards. This is really terrible. I'm just going to catch her up Drifblim to try to stall. I really need to buy myself some time, or else I'm going to lose this match without even doing anything. He gets another Floatstone, and he's going to hit me again for 30, and I'll have 10 HP left. Unless he runs Hypnotoxic Laser, he cannot get the knockout, which I'm really hoping. But he's going to, of course, Juniper. We see Flareon and Leafeon in the discard pile, so other attackers, as you see. I'm going to get an N, fortunately, and I get a Darkrai, so that's something. I still can't attack, so I'm just going to let Drifblim take the hit and the knockout. So the basic strategy behind his deck is to have a varied sort of supporters and attackers to sort of counter most of the decks in the meta. So right now he's going to focus on Terrakion and Landorus since he sees I'm playing a Darkrai based deck, which is a smart move. He's going to end and put down a Tropical Beach. So I'm thankful for the Tropical Beach, certainly since I've been dead drawing, and he will Ultra Ball to get a Flareon. So Flareon works really well in this deck since it runs many attackers, and he'll be able to just chuck any ones he doesn't need into the discard pile to power up Vengeance. He's going to knock out Drifblim, and going into my turn I get an Enhanced Hammer. I will hammer away his DCE, and I'm going to Ultra Ball, I believe, here for maybe a Keldeo. Looks like that's probably a useful thing. It looks like he's already dumped a Trubbish into his discard, and now so it's safe to play. So now I'm going to play a Juniper, it looks like, and see what I can get. I get a Dark Energy. I'm going to rush in, put Keldeo into the active since it's not weak to fighting, and I will Tool Scrapper away his Floatstones on his side of the field, and I'm going to Dark Patch onto Darkrai. So hopefully I'll get that powered up quickly enough, and I will Ultra Ball here a Dark Energy and a Super Rod for a Sableye, put her to the active, and Dark Patch again to my Darkrai, which means I'll be able to attack this turn. So certainly a great swing for me. I'll be able to Night Spear Landorus for 90, and I'm going to hit the bench Terrakion for 30. So thus far I've discarded one of his DCEs, which is great since that's what really fuels this deck in terms of Flareon. He's going to Juniper in his turn. Not sure, but he looks like he attaches another DCE to Terrakion. So with Retaliate, that's definitely a scary thing, but fortunately that was not a fighting energy. Here, I'm going to attack with Night Spear, knock out Landorus, and hit Terrakion for 30, so I'm going to take 2 prizes and even it up. He's going to promote Flareon, so if he has the DCE, he can get the knockout, and he does, so he attaches a DCE. He's going to discard more Pokemon to power up Vengeance, which does more for every Pokemon in your discard pile. And he will Ultra Ball for an Eevee, getting another Flareon ready, undoubtedly. But let's see him. Yeah, he's able to do 150, so that's a massive amount of damage. That's pretty scary for me. I'm going to promote Sableye, sort of as another sacrifice. I've been doing this all game just to buy myself another turn. I get a Hypnotoxic Laser, which I will use on Flareon. And I'm fortunate enough to get Computer Search. I will discard those 2 energies and get myself a Juniper, I believe, since I really need to get in this game. And if that doesn't work, I can always just use Tropical Beach. I'm fortunate enough to get a Darkrai, which I will play on my bench, and another Enhanced Hammer. But first I'm going to attach, I'm going to attach to Sableye. I'm going to Enhance Hammer the DCE off of Flareon. So that's 2 DCEs in the discard pile. I'm definitely going to hurt him if I force him to drag this match out. And I'm going to Junk Hunt for a DCE and another Hammer, so I can get that, for a Hammer and a Dark Patch. So I can remove that DCE off of Terrakion. So he will, if he has a DCE, he will be able to knock me out. And DCE is double colorless energy for those who are uninitiated with the lingo. And he does. So he puts a DCE on Flareon. He will be able to knock me out. And I'm going to send Keldeo into the active. So I probably won't be able to attack this turn, but I can slow him down with that Enhanced Hammer. He's going to take 1 more prize, so he's leading by far. I'm going to attach a Dark Energy to Darkrai, Dark Patch another from the discard, and play that Enhanced Hammer. I'm going to remove an energy from Terrakion, put down a Sableye, and N. I actually put down 2 Sableyes just because I didn't want to draw them. I wasn't fortunate enough to get another Dark Patch or something else to work with. So here, I need to get Flareon out of the active, and because he will win if I let him attack with Flareon since it has the required energy. So I'm going to actually have to Catcher Up Terrakion. It has the highest retreat costs, and hopefully I can get it stuck there. And since I just end him down to 1 card, I'm really hoping he dead draws. So I'm going to Catcher Up Terrakion and use a laser on it, and then I'm going to play his Tropical Beach to my benefit. So going into his turn, he really needs a Floatstone or a Switch. I'm not sure what that deck runs. It looks like he does have Floatstone, but I don't know if he runs Switch with that. But his deck is down to 15 cards and mine is down to 10. He seems to be stalling out here a bit, and it looks like he just goes for the Tropical Beach to draw a fresh hand. So now I get another attachment to Darkrai, so that means I'll be able to attach. I'll be able to rush in, retreat, and I'm going to Catcher Up Flareon and just attack with Darkrai and for the knockout. But first I think I'm going to Skyla for an N. N specifically because I want to be able to bring his hand size down to 1 next turn in case I need to stall. But with this move, I think I will have removed all of the DCEs from his deck. So that means he cannot attack with Flareon unless he attaches twice, because a Vengeance attack takes 2 energies to perform. He will random receiver. I believe he gets a Juniper. I don't know if he wants to play that. That will sort of put him on a clock, since so I think he'll have one card left in his deck, and I don't think he can win that quickly. He did promote an Eevee. He's probably looking for the Flareon, so he's going to Super Rod, Landorus, Fighting Energy, and a Flareon. He will Juniper, so that Super Rod saved him from decking out too soon. And yeah, I'm looking through his deck, and I think, yeah, I saw 3 DCEs, and I know I discarded one earlier. He will Computer Search. I don't think he has a DCE. He puts in a Landorus and attaches a Fighting Energy and a Float Stone onto Eevee. He will retreat and hit me for 60, and the benched Sableye for 30. So here, I think I have the game. I don't think he can attach energy fast enough. I will be able to do enough to knock out Terrakion on this turn due to bench damage, and next turn I'll knock out Landorus, and that'll be the game. But I will N just to make sure, and I'm going to Night Spear for 90 and 30 on Terrakion, or so I thought. Actually, Mr.Mime is in play. I didn't notice that go down, so that prevents the bench damage from happening. So I will only be able to take out Landorus. He's going to catch her up Sableye to try to stall. Hits it for 30, and that is getting dangerous. I'm going to attach to Keldeo. I've been attaching to it slowly, and I'm just going to rush in, retreat, and I think I'll have the game. So it looks like he realizes this and just concedes. So thank you guys for watching, and hope you saw that interesting deck on his side.